Boji, badly injured, lay in bed. In his dream, everyone mocked him as useless. When Boji woke up, he rolled onto the floor. He tried to lift his sword with last strength. He just wanted to prove he was not weak, but even with all his might, he couldn't make the sword move an inch. Boji cried, despairing over his own incompetence. Maybe he'd never become a great king. Then Kage, hiding under the bed, couldn't bear it. He told Boji, everyone has their own strengths. He should be proud of his uniqueness. When Boji saw Kage, he immediately regained his smile, preparing to get jewels for Kage again. But this time, Kage refused Boji's charity. He felt sorry for Boji. In Boji, he saw his own past. It turned out Kage was from the Shadow Clan, serving the Boss Kingdom. Originally, he once had a happy family, but one day the king ordered to eliminate all members of the Shadow Clan to let Kage escape successfully. Mother held off the pursuers alone. Finally, Mother was surrounded and killed. Kage met a kind, noble girl. The girl used a puppet to disguise and save him. But when Kage saw his mother hanging on a sharp knife, he broke down crying instantly. The girl quickly covered his cries with hers. This let Kage escape the crisis. Later, Kage fled to another kingdom. Hungry, he tried to trade his beloved toy for an apple but was refused, but he was too hungry. Put down the toy, took an apple to flee, only to be beaten as a thief. Kage fled to an alley, met a strong man. The man gave him a plate of leftover fish bones. Since then, Kage regarded him as master, but the man was no good. Made Kage do all kinds of dirty hard work. Even when noticing Kage could sneak into darkness, he made Kage become a thief. Kage stole a whole box of gold coins, but the man only gave him one coin. However, at night, Kage still held the man's hand to sleep. He thought the man loved him. Only with the man did he feel safe. But the man was a gambler. After losing all money, he saw Kage's wanted poster. He even told soldiers Kage's location. Luckily, Kage escaped successfully. The next day, he returned to the man, but the man disliked Kage being a fugitive, drove him away directly. Kage was very sad, followed the man to the tavern. The man argued with others, stabbed through the heart with a knife. The man lay on the ground, with no one to help. Only Kage felt sad for him. The man finally realized he'd failed Kage, shed tears of regret. After that, Kage wandered everywhere. He'd seen all sorts of twisted human nature, from a kind little shadow to a cunning big one. But until he met Boji, this made Kage remember his former self. Two miserable souls leaned on each other. This made Kage resolve that even if the whole world abandoned Boji, he'd stay with Boji forever. Looking at Kage's sincere eyes, Boji finally felt the world's warmth. The tears he shed were no longer sad, but ripples stirred by their friendship.